Hi, this is your February 2014 horoscope for everyone who is looking for some answers, insights and inspiration and meaning as well. Make sure you check your ascendant sign prediction, moon and sun sign prediction. Most people check only the sun sign prediction, but make sure if you want to know more details, more in-depth, you're made out of just not one sign only, you're made of three important signs, that of the ascendant, the moon and the sun sign. And if you don't know what your ascendant or moon signs are, you can find them at my birth chart calculator at astrolada.com, for which I'm putting a link here. Libra February 2014. Ooh, I'm stuck in the past. And we're going to start with love because it's such an important topic for almost everyone when February comes, because everyone tries to reassess their relationships, so to asking themselves, when am I going to meet someone? How can I meet someone? What to do to make my relationship work better if you've already met someone. And I will give you advice and tips for all of those things for February and how to do better relationships and where you can find love this month. And for Libras, let's start with the planet Venus. Venus rules relationships and love. Wherever Venus is from the sign of Libra, this is where you're going to most likely experience deepening of romantic feelings with your partner through the medium of the fourth house. So if you're already in a relationship, the best time, the best way actually to reconnect deeper with your partner during this month, and even in January this is very valid, is by doing fourth house things. What does it mean? Fourth house is the family, for instance. So maybe you can go for dinner to the parents of your spouse or to your own parents, or maybe you can go and visit together with your partner the country of origin where they're from or the place where they grew up. This will be something very bonding for the two of you. You can also, fourth house is your own home and your own sanctity, your own place of respite where you go to, which is basically a home, you know. So if you want to actually really connect deeper with your partner, make a lovely dinner at home. Maybe do something together for your home, together with your family, with the closest people, or just spend lovely time together bonding in your own place. Also, fourth house rules. A fourth house is an emotional house. It's a house of how well you feel emotionally. And so you have to apply, if you want to feel more connected to your partner and to revive love and to be more romantic, the best way for you to do it is to apply to their most sensitive side. And also, if you have a partner who is a Libra, sun, ascendant, or moon, and you're watching this video, you can actually make them feel much better if you apply to their romantic, sensitive nature this month. Don't go crazy things, don't take them to crazy places, don't make some out of the blue, you know, crazy plans or overly adventurous things. Basically, you have to do a small little gesture for them which applies to their sensitivity, and to listen to them, to be nurturing. Fourth house is the house of the mother, of nurturing, emotional satisfaction and nurturing. So do something thoughtful for them, take care of them just like the mother takes care. Or maybe you feel, if you're Libra, that your partner is bonding with you more when by doing little things for you, cooking you a nice meal, bringing you a cup of tea, tucking you in bed, or if you fall asleep in the sofa, you tuck them or they tuck you. It goes both ways, and you feel much more bonded through such little personal gestures of yours, and they'll feel very romantic to you as well. You know, private, deep conversations about, listen to the needs of your partner. Go, even if you're a man and you're like, oh, I don't want to talk about relationships and love. No, you have to listen to your partner this month. This is what will bring you much closer together. Listen to their needs, and you don't even ask them what their needs are. Just try and guess them, and you'll be much more attuned to the needs of your partner during this period, and your own personal needs as well. So it will flow a bit more naturally, doing and taking care of each other better. Let's see, the other planets of relationships for Libra is Mars, because Mars rules the sign of relationships for Libra, which is the opposite sign from Libra, which is Aries. So it's directly connected. Wherever Mars is in your horoscope, this is where you basically This is where you experience relationship through the medium of that area of your life. And Mars is in your first house. Mars is in Libra. Mars is in your sign. So basically, the topic of relationship becomes extremely important for you. Relationships are brought in front of your face, right in front of you right now. And actually, even if you're trying to escape and you don't want to deal with relationships, they'll come to the forefront of you. And a lot of people, a lot of Libras, especially Libra ascendant people, to a lesser degree Libra sun or moon, might meet someone very important, might have very important developments in relationships. And this is very rare transit because Mars is there till July. So all the first half of the year 2014 can be a period when, even if you try to escape from those things, relationships are to the forefront of your mind, and dealing with relationship issues and problems, you'll be able to resolve them and you'll be able to smooth them over. And also, if you're looking for someone, if you're trying to meet someone, when the planet of relationship is in your sign, it's very likely that this person will find you, that the person, you don't have to go some places, but the person can come to you to meet you. That basically, even if you're hiding away from home, someone, can call you and invite you out, so you don't have to push yourself so hard, because you attract relationship matters and relationships straight into your life. The universe brings them there to you. Also, where can you meet someone? Venus in the 4th house, as we said, you can meet someone if you go on a trip to your own country, or to visit your parents, or if you go to visit someone in their house, you might have a romantic experience there in a bit more private environment. 4th house, what else does it rule? I can't remember now. But anyway, this is how is the best time to spend with regards to relationships in February and how to work on them. But let's speak about all the Libras now, not only about relationships, but all different topics. Mars is in your sign. Even though it rules relationships, Mars on its own is a bit more disruptive planet, and it's a bit more stressful planet. So a lot of Libras in the month of February can, and they'll feel it in January as well, but February as well, because we're talking about February, they'll feel more tense, more stressed. So life can bring you Mars themes into your forefront. Mars themes are fixing problems, solving problems, dealing with crisis situations, and you'll be better at that. Actually, some of those crisis situations might be connected to relationships, because Mars for you rules relationships. But these will come to the forefront, some crisis in relationship, maybe arguments with another person or loved one. But Mars is a very good at fixing those problems. So even if you have a big bust up while Mars is there, it will pass away quickly. Maybe it will be for a week or two, and you'll be able to fix that problem. Usually this is what happens. But there will be some critical days in regards to not only in relationship, but in a lot of different areas of life where you have to be more aware, because Mars is a cruel planet, is a tense energy, is a warrior energy. So maybe someone will be trying to impose their opinion on you, to tell you what to do, to boss you around. Someone, or even a partner, can be a little bit more in your face, or any other person can be, that actually steps on your toes a little bit, and this can trigger you off. So when you have a Mars transit, it's very good not to react on the day that something happens. Don't go deleting phone numbers and telling the person to go to hell. Actually, you can do it in another day. Wait till the next day and see how you feel. It's a great tip when you have Mars transits. Don't act too rashly. Wait a little bit for the critical time to pass, maybe 2-3 days, then react. And if you still feel the same way a few days later, then you can do it. Don't do spur of the moment things, not only in relationship, in any areas of your life. And particularly those of you who are born from around the 16th to around the 23rd of October, this is who will experience those more Mars energies there. All those kind of more critical situations and days. Or if you have your ascendant or moon from around 22 till 28 degrees in Libra, they will feel also those Mars influences. But Mars also has a good side, because Mars is the planet of willpower. And when it's for so long in your sign, Libra, it's teaching you now, those months, the first half of 2014, how to utilize your willpower more productively, how to train your willpower. A lot of you will find themselves that they have more willpower, for instance, to eat less, to exercise. So the planets are helping you if you want to make some big changes in your life, and if you want, especially in regards to things that you need to use your willpower, whether it's diet, whether it's health, whether it's pushing yourself to do something that you never had the energy before, or doing some project. This is the time now, even though it's a stressful energy, but you'll be very productive, you'll be very efficient with those things, you'll be able to handle all kind of problems and issues there very well. And especially exercising your willpower, as I said. Also it's a great time to lose weight for those of you who have their ascendant from 22, 23 till 20, till almost 30 degrees in Libra. It's a great time for that. And okay, yeah, losing weight and all these things. Let's see what else is happening. But again, just make sure that you do some exercise to relieve the tension. Don't act immediately, and take it a little bit more easy in reactions when it comes. And let's see, what else is activated for Libra in February. The Sun and Mercury are in your 5th house. And Mercury gets retrograde there, which means it becomes much more powerful and intense, and will have much more impact in the areas that are ruled by the 5th house in your life. So what is it? It's children. Those of you who have children might find themselves that they have to be much more involved into the life of their children. They might have to be called to help them a bit more, to play a bit more, because Mercury is the planet of plays and games, so pay a bit more attention. Mercury is the planet of learning and studying. You might have to help your children learn and study. Or your children might actually be a very important time in their life where they're developing some of their skills, which is Mercury, like learning something new, learning to play an instrument, or learning some tough subject. And when you see in your children this kind of they feel stimulated when your 5th house is triggered to be more productive, more efficient, more organized, to manage their life a bit better. You can teach. It's a great time now to teach your children to manage their life, to give them a schedule, to give them a program, to give them something to follow, you know, which is Mercury. Mercury rules. So to put rules into your life of your children, they'll be much more open and susceptible, and they would welcome those things. And also, 5th house rules creativity, all creative projects. A lot of you will be extremely skilled. Those of you who are involved, say, in fashion, in writing, in literature, anything where you need your creativity, anything which you need to exhibit your creative intelligence. When Mercury triggers it with retrograde movement, all those people who are involved with these things, they will shine. They will basically be able to become more efficient, more organized, to manage their creative processes better. Even also, you might feel inspired to learn something new. You might feel inspired to turn a hobby of yours into something more than a hobby. You might become much more skillful at some of those creative things that you're doing already. Or people who write in particular, it'll be a great time for them. And also the Sun is there in the 5th house. So the Sun, when planets trigger your 5th house, Libra, especially such a vitalizing planet like the Sun and a positive planet like the Mercury, a person becomes they express themselves more freely. So just like children, they become more childlike. So that's why creativity comes up more, because everyone has it, but most people are afraid to share it with others. But when those planets trigger your 5th house, you'll feel more inspired to be more fun, to be more joyful. You might find yourself being center of attention for other during this month of February, a big part, maybe even the end of January. You might find yourself more chirpy, happy, positive, because it's a great house, the 5th house. More inclined to play games, to have fun. You might find yourself more romantically inclined. Again, it's the topic of love comes, because 5th house rules romance. It doesn't rule serious relationship or anything like that, but you can be more flirtatious. You might find yourself that you're having much more fun with your friends as well, because Mercury rules friendship, that you're more creative with your friends as well. Let's see what else. I just want to give you some specific days. Those of you who are born from the 2nd till the 7th of October, or 6th, 7th of October, plus minus a day, or those of you who have their moon or their ascendant in Libra from 9 to 13 degrees. If you don't know your ascendant sign or moon sign, I showed you at the beginning of the video. There is a link for my birth chart calculator. There is a table below which shows you the moon sign and degree and the ascendant sign degree. So if you have 9 to 13 degrees moon or ascendant sign, you have Uranus-Pluto transit. So it can be more disruptive, like sudden changes coming into your life. You taking a totally different direction in your path of life. It might be disruptive even for relationships for those of you. I just want to warn you because these are the gods of change, Uranus and Pluto. I have a big video on Uranus and Pluto transit. It continues for a year, for 2 years for everyone who is involved. But February will be particularly intense period for you. So sudden crisis changes, which actually take you to a higher level. Even if they're painful, even if you feel like your life is falling apart and everything that you knew and was familiar to you and you could rely on, all of a sudden, you know, is taken away from you. This is something that the universe is preparing for a big jump start to a new level after that. So don't be horrified. Those of you who want change, it will be a welcome time for them, but all time of changes is often kind of a bit scary. So this is for you, Libras. Thank you very much, and I will see you in March.